It's ridiculous, and it's next.
Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest and exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
Hey there, Motorheads. This is your show, Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com. Now, you know that there's all kinds of ways to modify your vehicle and personalize it. Now, we have the Golden Cummins here from Adrenaline Off-Road. Mitchell, you can go extreme like this, but you found there's a simpler way for folks to call attention to their vehicle. What's that?
Yeah, so obviously you can spend a lot of money modifying your truck, making it look absolutely insane, but there are ways that you can modify your vehicle that do not break the bank and let you stand out in a big way and draw a lot of attention to your vehicle. And one of the best things that I've found over the years of modifying my truck is lighting it up. And there's nothing better to use than an LED rock light.
Now, you've gone extreme with the rock lights here on the Golden Cummins here. How many do we have underneath?
We have 120 rock lights on this truck, which is absolutely abnormal and absurd. Normally somebody can buy either an 8 or a 12-piece kit of this rock light and it lights up their whole entire underneath their vehicle, but obviously being the company vehicle, we had to lead by example and just go absolutely absurd and over the top with this.
Well, 120 is the record, so if you want to go for the record, there it is. Let's talk about your rock lights here. What makes them different from the other ones I might find out there on the market?
Yeah, so first of all, with this rock light right here, it is an all-in-one solution. This is the highest powered, full functioning RGB plus W rock light currently on the market, which means you can change it to any color you want, red, green, purple, blue, whatever you want, but it also has a pure white dedicated diode into it, so you can get the pure white effect as well.
You have all these color options, but you find a lot of folks are just running white.
So a lot of the times people are looking for just a crisp, clean, pure white underglow under their truck. And with this product right here, you get the pure white as well as all the other color options. So it's an all-in-one solution for your rock light needs.
Now, how bright are we talking? How much power is coming from these lights?
So each one of these rock lights produces 42 watts of power, making it the brightest and most powerful full functioning RGBW rock light currently on the market.
I know everybody's asking, what are these like to install? Can I do it myself?
Absolutely. So it's actually really not that bad to install these things. So what's involved first is this control module. So this right here is simply going to connect to the positive and negative battery terminal. And then on the other ends, you have these waterproof plug and play connectors and this in-between wiring lead. So each connection, line up the pins, twist this on, your lead is connected. And then on the other end, you take your rock light, do the exact same thing, make the connection, and that's pretty much all you got to do right there. There's no soldering, wiring involved, or anything like that. It's very user-friendly installation. And even if you have little to no mechanical experience, you can definitely install these.
And now, how many can I run in sequence there? How many lights can I put on my vehicle? I know it's at least 120.
Yeah, at least, right? So normally somebody will buy either an 8 or a 12-piece kit. And if you want to run more than 12, you'll actually receive 2 separate 12-piece modules or separate control boxes, which automatically sync up together. So really you can have as many kits as you want and create as big of a setup of rock lights as you want with these rock lights from Adrenaline Off-Road.
And at Adrenaline Off-Road, it's not just the rock lights. You have some other stuff as well. We see the wheel lights on the Cummins over here. What are those like to install?
So the wheel lights pretty much go hand in hand with rock lights in a lot of scenarios. They sync up directly with them. For example, if you take out your phone to control the lights, you hit red, the rock lights and the wheel lights will both turn red at the same time. And as far as installation for the wheel lights go, it's the same thing, it's really not too bad. You just got to bolt them directly onto your dust shield. And then the wiring and everything towards your battery is the exact same as our rock lights.
Those are a couple options that are really good DIY options. Now here you have the Starlight headliner kit. That's something you might want to take to a pro because it involves pulling out the headliner and punching some holes in it, but it looks fantastic, just like a Rolls-Royce has, and you can have that in any vehicle. Now I know folks are probably watching saying, I've already installed some other lighting accessories on my vehicle, so how are those going to play along with these products from Adrenaline Off-Road? Am I going to need like 17 remotes to make it all work together?
So we have an all-in-one solution for that. We call it the multi-product controller, and all you got to do is wire in all of your 12-volt lighting accessories to this product, and this product connects to your battery, and you can control every single light on your vehicle from one remote.
Any 12-volt accessory?
Anything.
Well, Mitchell said it, it's affordable, it's a great way to call attention to your vehicle. You can find all of this at AdrenalineOffroadOutfitters.com, and there is a promotion for those who watch Motorhead Garage. Motorhead 10 will get you 10% off and free shipping. We'll be right back with Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com, so do not touch that dial.
Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need. And by Campbell's Custom Care, your detail specialist.
Strap in and hang on because Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com, continues. Let's talk about ratchet straps. You know, some folks swear by them, other folks swear at them. But hold on, because Strapino has changed all of that. The folks at Strapino have changed the game completely. First of all, let's talk about the word Strapino. It's a mix of strapping plus innovation, and these guys aren't messing around. Tie-down straps from Strapino are like no other tie-down straps. They're retractable, and they're the ultimate solution for your tie-down and strapping applications. Now, here's how they work in a nutshell. You just open the handle, pull out the straps, and you hook both ends. The straps unspool effortlessly, no tangling or twisting. They're so much easier than traditional straps, and they roll back up smoothly too. That eliminates the messy straps and reducing flapping when you're driving. That keeps the straps from getting beat up on the highway and also from damaging your vehicle or your cargo. Now, to retract the Strapino straps, all you do is pull the handle into the release position. That allows the strap to auto rewind, and so much neater than trying to gather up your traditional ratchet straps and sorting out that whole mess. Now, Strapino's patented retract deceleration design prevents damage to the cargo and to your body. Strapino's mechanism controls the rewinding speed. That means the strap will not snap back on you like a big tape measure, and you know that can hurt a lot if it's ever happened to you. That's a lot more secure and more efficient than traditional tie-down straps, and way safer than bungee cords. Strapino straps retract, so no more cam jam and no more tangled messes like you have with traditional straps. And they also come with storage bags, which do even more to keep your vehicle nice and tidy. If you've ever had a pile of ratchet straps in your vehicle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Even the hooks are innovative on a Strapino tie-down strap. They actually latch shut. And by the way, Strapino has just launched 4 new models. 2 of them have new rubber-coated S-hooks. One of them has a new E-Track system and the other with a wheel chock. Either way, you're going to be great hauling on an open trailer or inside an enclosed trailer. First of all, there's the Transportation Series, including the 1-inch Easy Rewind, and this is great for outdoor adventures. Maybe you have a kayak, dirt bike, or e-bike, maybe even a surfboard. Strapino also has a whole Marine Series that's perfect for boats and for jet skis. And when you're talking boats, you're talking about salt water and corrosion. Well, Strapino took that into consideration, outfitting their Marine Series with stainless steel hardware that stands up to the elements. And some of the Marine Series models can be bolted right into your trailer, just like the boat trailer and jet ski transom retract. You can transport your personal watercraft safely and more easily than ever before. The 1-inch model has an adjustable loop design, and that keeps the ratchet itself away from your boat or your personal watercraft and keeps that fiberglass looking great. And what if you do some heavy-duty hauling? Well, Strapino has you covered too with the Transportation Series. Strapino straps are the best way to secure your ATV or side-by-side, and they're also perfect for tying down lawn equipment, big mowers and that sort of thing. To open the heavy-duty retract straps, open the handle all the way to the release position, and you just pull the webbing out, and that'll secure your cargo. Then to release it, put it back at that same 180-degree angle. It starts to retract, and as I mentioned, there's a deceleration system built in that prevents the strap from retracting too fast. You can control that strap and the hook, and it won't swing around and hit you, your vehicle, or your stuff. Strapino's heavy-duty straps are adventure-ready, and they're built to handle even the heaviest cargo. They have a working load limit of over 1,600 pounds and a braking strength of 5,000 pounds. These things are tough. Now, how good are the heavy-duty retract straps from Strapino? Well, we love them here, but don't take our word for it. These straps won the 2022 German Design Award and the 2021 Muse Design Award as well. You can make your tie-down process easier, safer, and more secure, and you'll be a whole lot happier anytime you haul something. It's cutting-edge technology, strapping solutions from Strapino, and it'll revolutionize the way you secure your cargo. Do not settle for subpar straps. Upgrade to Strapino ratchet straps and experience the ultimate in cargo hauling security and ease. Do not walk. Run to the interwebs. Go to Strapino.com to get some of these. Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com, rolls on after this. And do not miss it. We've got the AMSOIL Tech Tip and the Motorhead of the Week.
Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com, coming to you from the Campbell's Custom Care Studio.
We are Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com. If you've ever worked with a pipe or a stud or a tap or a bolt, invariably one of them has broken off while you're trying to work with it, and that's where you need an extraction tool. And Walton Tools has been doing this, Skip, for 115 years. How has the company evolved in the last century?
The company hasn't evolved that much. The tool was developed in 1908, and it's remained the same since.
And this is a classic example, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, because you guys came up with this technology and it's become the industry standard, so you're sticking with it.
That's it.
Yeah, so for the uninitiated, how does an extraction tool work?
A tap cuts threads in metal, and from time to time they break. And when they do, the tap extractor, the fingers of the extractor go into the flutes of the broken tap, put a wrench on it, and it rotates the broken tap out backwards.
Now there's different numbers of flutes on different taps, and you guys have that covered as well, right?
We do. There's 2, 3, and 4 flute taps. The 4 flute is the most common.
And this is how the company started back in the early 1900s. This is your original kit, and this is extractors like we just saw there. And how many different extraction tools do you make?
We make 85 different tap extractors, and that includes the 2, 3, and 4 flute. Besides standard machine screw, we also make tap extractors for pipe taps and helicoil as well. And once again, they're all completely different. The helicoil are slightly bigger because a helicoil tap is bigger than a standard tap.
You said you guys haven't evolved much, but you did back in the 1940s.
Right.
This is some of the latest technology you've come up with, because you're working down inside an engine and you got some hard to reach parts, so the extension here will help you get to that. How does that work?
This is our tap extension, and the tap goes in. It is held in place by 2 90-degree socket set screws, and it's used for getting into hard-to-reach places in an engine compartment or around some other part that's in the way.
Now, right about the same time, you guys also came up with this product here. What would I use something like this for? Something big, obviously.
That's a pipe stud and screw extractor. That particular one would be for a 2-inch pipe or up to a 3.5-inch stud or bolt. You'd obviously have to drill a very big hole to put that in.
No doubt.
But the smallest one is for a 3/8 stud or a 1/8 pipe, and the size range goes all the way in between up to 2-inch pipe and 3.5-inch stud.
So obviously the threads are reversed on this, and you're able to use a wrench and pull it out the other way.
Yeah.
Now let's see how easy it is to use a tool from Walton Tools here. This is a manifold from a Ford flathead, and you were changing out the carburetor, and something went wrong. What was the problem?
The stud broke, and I had to remove the stud and then rechase the threads just to make sure that the new stud was going to go in, and put the tap in, and it broke. At this point, the easiest thing to do is a little bit of lubrication always helps, and also some compressed air to blow the broken chips out from the broken tap, and then put a tap wrench on it, and then remove the broken tap as such.
Simple as that, backs right out.
Simple as that.
Now the fingers on these, what happens if those bend or break? I know that they're pretty small there, kind of dainty, if you will.
Over a period of time, they will bend and break. If they do bend or break, you don't have to throw the tool out. You can get replacement fingers that easily fit right into place.
Cool.
The tool comes apart and the fingers just go right back in and you're good to go again.
And how many come in a set there of the replacements?
There's 12 per package.
That's the only thing on your Walton Tools that's ever going to break.
Exactly.
And what kind of materials are you making them out of to make sure the quality's there?
Everything is tool steel, and everything is made in Connecticut except for the boxes, but they're made in the USA. Everything that needs to be heat treated is heat treated, and there's the only parts that are not heat treated are the collars and sleeves because they are not working parts.
Definitely the quality's there, all made in the USA, which I know a lot of our viewers love. Where can folks get tools from Walton Tool?
All of the tools can be bought through automotive, industrial, or plumbing distributors throughout the country and ultimately the world.
All right, you can find them on waltontools.com to see what they have. You know you're going to need one of these eventually, so look them up and find a dealer near you. We'll be right back with more Motorhead Garage presented by DragonFireTools.com, so leave it right here.
Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com. Industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage. And brought to you by Amsoil, the first in synthetics. Tribotex, make your engine last longer. And by Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radio since 1977.
We are trucking along here at Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com. And just take a look at this great-looking Ford Raptor we have here in the studio. Fantastic-looking truck. Well, do me a favor. Close your eyes. All right, now open them. What a pop of color. Just that little detail right there, the color on the tow hooks. And John, up until now, if you wanted to take your OEM tow hooks and put color on them, what would you have to go through?
You'd either have to paint them or powder coat them.
And you're talking big time expense, lots of money, lots of time, but you've come up with a solution at Tokes.
Yeah, our Tokes solved the problem. Without any labor, you can just pop these on in about 20 seconds and it changes the front end of your truck.
Well, how do they work?
Each Toke has a channel underneath that's patented, and the only way you can get a rubber tube on a closed hook, and they just pop right over.
Obviously, they're easy to put on. Are they durable? How long are they
Yes,
going to last?
you know, I've ordered a lot of truck products for my own truck. Sometimes disappointed with durability and fading, so it was very important to us. We made them highest quality silicone rubber. The integrity stays, they adhere to the hook, and they're fade resistant. We put a lot of UV protection within each hook.
And you're out in California, so you've had plenty of UV testing done on these things.
Yes, we've thrown them on the roofs and they're fade resistant.
And how many different colors do you make?
We're up to 7 colors. We have red, white, blue, amber, pink, and newest colors are neon green and yellow. A lot of requests for those.
And the ambers are very cool on this truck. We did it earlier and we had the lights on. It really looked fantastic. Now, how many different makes and models are we covering here for the OEM hooks?
Well, as a new company, we start off with the trucks that are most sold. Those are the half tons. So you got the F-150s, the Toyota Tundras, the Dodge Ram 1500s, the Chevy Silverados, and the TRXs, and the Raptors. Been great in that community. They love the pop the color gives on their truck, and just a simple way to change things up on the front end.
And another thing that really jumps out on the box here, made in the United States of America. How important is that to you?
From the get-go, we wanted to find our manufacturers. We wanted to make sure it was shipped. Everything's designed, everything's done USA.
I've looked all over social media and I see you guys everywhere. People reviewing it and they love the product. What are some of the things you're hearing?
Yeah, social media has been kind to us. We've had a lot of great comments. Best idea ever. Email I got from a customer the other day, 3 words, I love them. That was it. So it was very nice. And just the whole Raptor community and TRX community, especially because the Tokes fit on both the front end and the back end of those trucks, and they have 4 clear around. It's been great in that community. They've been wonderful.
Well, you're going to love the price, you're going to love the ease of installation, and you're going to love the way they look on your truck. You can find the Tokes at hookproductsusa.com.
And this is the AMSOIL Tech Tip. It's all about torquing, my friend. Manufacturers have made engine tolerances tighter through the years to harness all that horsepower and combustion pressure. So it's important that you torque an engine right. How do you do it? Well, take a look at this graphic right here. This is a cylinder head. And if you're doing a cylinder head, you can see there's a sequence to doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and work your way out. If you don't have that, it's just common practice basically to start in the middle and work your way out. But if you have the manufacturer's specifications, follow the sequence. Now important, look down there. 22 foot-pounds, and then it wants 90 degrees and 60 degrees or 70 degrees or 30 degrees, whatever it may be. That's the trick, my friends, and I have a degree set up right here so we can go ahead and look how to do it. This is actually a torque wrench. Now on a torque wrench, you went to the specific degrees you needed to go at, and then what I did, I put it over here, and I'm gonna set this up to 0 right here. And when I set it up to 0, now I'm pulling that. This is the crankshaft bolts down here, and I'm pulling it. And as I pull it, I can go 30, 40, 50, or whatever the manufacturer calls for. That's key. Now that's key because the oil has to fill all those bearings, and that's a problem because one oil doesn't fit all.
It doesn't, not anymore. With what you were just talking about, with all these different torque specs and the different tolerances inside these engines, it does require different oil because the space is different, and oil flow rates and pressures and temperatures all play into it as well. What does that mean for us? That means we have to have a wide variety of products, which we do. Our Signature Series line covers everything from a 016, to be honest with you, all the way up to the 5W50. So we've got a large range of products to suit all of those different manufacturer specifications.
Now, Lynn, this also talks a little bit about it. This is pretty cool. This is on your website, and this is an industry standard, but you guys go way better than that.
Right, this speaks to the construction of the actual product. So once again, the Signature Series products are not built with industry standards in mind. Industry standards would be, what do I need to get a D- in this class? What we've done here is the product itself has been built to outperform the industry standards. In this particular Sequence 4A test, the lower the number, the better. They allow a 90. We actually come in at a 20.2. So what that means is we did better than what was required. So it goes to build quality.
Absolutely. And you want the best? Check them out on the website, amsoil.com.
Ron Harkleroad was nominated by his buddy Scott to be our Motorhead of the Week. Ron is a native of Bristol, Tennessee, and I tell you, he is a certified car nut. It all started over 50 years ago. Ron helped his brother with a roofing job, and in return, his brother gave him the shell of a '66 Chevy 2. Ron restored that, and he says he was over the moon when he got $39,000 for it. But get this, the person who bought it from Ron sold it at Barrett-Jackson for $125,000. That speaks volumes for Ron's work. Now, Ron's done over a dozen cars in the last 50 years, and he says he does everything except for the paint and the interior. And he has 4 projects in the shop right now, including a '49 Ford that makes 500 horsepower and a '33 Plymouth he built for his wife. Now, if you want to be Motorhead of the Week, all you have to do is go to our website. Super easy. Just click on the link and send us a note. That is going to do it for this episode of Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonFireTools.com. We're going to do it again next week, though, so we hope you join us then. See ya.